HP. Alright. So we're gonna go out taming. Let's tame something small like a dillo or a dodo or something. No, actually let's get a dillo. I need some dillos for something I'm doing. Let's find her. Oh, hey, that was quick. Let's see. Ooh, and level 100. Perfect. Exactly what I needed. Alright. So, what I'm doing is obviously something that you'd want to do later in the game. Obviously, if you're just starting out, you're going to be naked on a beach, having to do it with just your fists or a slingshot. I'm a little bit more settled than that, so it's going to be a lot easier for me to tame than it is for somebody else just starting out. Ooh. So I'm going to put him in the... I'm going to put the dillo in the little taming box down there, and I'm going to go get my supplies. So like I said before, you're going to need to get yourself something to knock it out, and what I'm going to use is going to be crossbow. I'm going to use a crossbow. Whoop. Stupid Blizzard Wing. Get in my way all the time. Whoop. Get a crossbow, some arrows. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Okay, there. Get yourself some shrink arrows. Get yourself some narcotics. Boom. Then my bow. Oh, I missed. That was great. Good job, Jared. Boom. One. Whoop. Uh-oh. 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 Passive. Woo. Yeah, FYI, Dillaspit isn't fun to deal with. There's two. Yep, there he is. She went to sleep. Alright. When the dinosaur is knocked out, what you do is you go over to it. Ooh, pretty color. You look into its inventory. And you put food in it to feed it. Every dinosaur has different preferred food. Carnivores, obviously meat. Herbivores, they all like mijo berries. And also almost every dinosaur has a kibble they like. Dillos don't have a preferred kibble. And what kibble does is it raises taming efficiency. The more the dinosaur eats, the lower the taming efficiency goes. And the lower the taming efficiency is, the less levels that the dinosaur is going to get when it's done taming. What you see here is that unconscious bar. Or you can look into its inventory. Now let's go out and get some prime really quick. I'm going to use our 120 kibble tamed Rex, the one that killed me. And we already had to tame too. The story behind that... So, my tribe mate tamed it, brought it home. I was standing outside and I was like, oh look, it's a new Rex, cool. I went over to look at it, I was like, okay, cool. Started walking away, got stuck on it. Okay, that's fine, no big deal, I'm stuck on it. I kept trying to get out of it. It registered it as falling damage and I died immediately. Wasn't too happy about that, because guess what? This is a hardcore server, so when I die, I start over. Yeah. But what we're gonna do now is go get some raw prime meat to give it the dillo. We're gonna need 18. A really great source of prime is to go hunt parasers. It's still prime, so gotta get that prime. Gotta. a dinosaur. Right here, I have knocked out a Dilophosaurus. Pretty simple thing to tame. Now, the way you can tame things is you can either use your fists, which is the most ineffective way to tame. I do not really recommend it, unless you're doing it on a dodo bird. Another way to knock a dinosaur unconscious is by using a slingshot. Slingshots use rocks as ammo, and that's not too hard to find on the Ark. So just fill up your slingshot with rocks and take them down. Although this is another method that's not the best at taming a dinosaur and knocking it out. Another method you can use is by getting a bow or a crossbow and having some tranquilizer arrows made and using that to fire at the dinosaur, which is the easiest and one of the more effective ways to knock a dinosaur out to tame it. The best method to knock out a dinosaur to tame it, and also the most expensive, is by using tranquilizer darts and the rifles. This is more endgame, but it's also almost just as effective as a crossbow. You know, just get yourself a good crossbow. Like we had a 200 damage one, so it's pretty good for knocking out dinosaurs. Either way, knocking out the dinosaurs is step 1. Step 2 is making sure that the dinosaurs stay asleep. What you do to keep them asleep is by putting narcotics into their inventory, clicking on it, and remote use. One narcotic brings up a dinosaur's torpor by 40 points. This is torpor right here. When torpor is full, the higher the torpor is, the more asleep it is. But it falls, and when it hits 0, then a dinosaur wakes up, which you don't want if you're trying to tame it. Step 3, feeding your dinosaur. To feed your dinosaur, every dinosaur has a preference of food they like. For carnivores, they like meat. And I went out prime meat hunting for our Dilophosaurus here, and I'm going to go give him some food so, we can tame him. So, I checked the calculator, and it says 18. 18 prime to tame the beauty here. A level 100 Dillo I found, just for you guys. Alright, so you just fill its inventory with food. Raw prime meat is better at taming carnivores than raw meat is. Although scorpions prefer spoiled. Also, there's kibble. Kibble tames dinosaurs faster, but it's a little bit harder to obtain because you need eggs to make it. That's something on a totally different subject. Also, a little side hint for step 3, is taming efficiency. Taming efficiency is how many levels your dinosaur is going to get when it's tamed, like how I just did. Taming a dinosaur with meat, or taming this dinosaur with meat, would have taken longer, and it would have taken more food for him to eat. Taming it with raw prime is shorter, and it takes less food for him to eat. The more food a dinosaur has to eat to be tamed lowers its efficiency, meaning the levels it's going to gain after it's done taming. So, for something that's a higher level, you want to use prime or kibble, and for herbivores, your only options are veggies or mejoberries. So, kibble is usually the way to go, just depending on the dinosaur you're taming and what its purpose is going to be. So as you see here, we have our Dillo tamed. We can give it a name. I'm going to think of a name later, or you can give me a name suggestion in the comments section, and we'll give it that name. But anyways, that's basically the gist of taming. Some dinosaurs, though, need to be tamed passively, like dung beetles or bats, or Diplodocus, for example. Although, Diplodocus can be tamed, knocking it out, or passive tame, but passive tame is better. Anyways, there's a lot of little minor details that go into taming, like how some dinosaurs will only eat spoiled meat, or the kibble they prefer, some of them don't like kibble, blah 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 blah. There's a lot of minor details, but this is just the gist of how to tame a dinosaur. Knock it out, force food into its mouth, force food into its inventory, don't force feed it food, keep it asleep by giving it narcotics or narco berries, and enjoy your tame when it's done. So, this is Shep wishing you the best of luck and the best of the 120 tames. Make sure you get that kibble made so that you yourself can get a 120 Rex, like our galley here. Alright, well, this video I think's been long enough. for a little tutorial. I hope you guys enjoyed it. I hope you, if you don't have Ark, you get it because it's pretty fun. And I hope to see you on the Ark. So, if you're ever on the server, say hi. Alright, well this is Shep the Gamer, signing off. See you guys later and enjoy your gaming.